I'm pleased that we got a letter from representing 60 leaders of religious orders, sisters. I'm pleased to say the School Sisters of Notre Dame and the Sisters of Notre Dame du Namur, two sisters that taught me in my life, were on the list. But every order that you can think of was there, saying that they wanted us to pass this life-affirming legislation.
Now, I thought that the Democrats were against the merging of religion and politics. In fact, I thought that they're very big on the separation of church and state. In fact, they vote to take down the Ten Commandments wherever it appears. In fact, they vote to take God out of everything they can find that has God in it. They would like to take and did take prayer out of school. And yet this harridan called Nancy Pelosi has the gall to get up there suddenly like a holy roller, like little Miss Nancy, and saying that she prayed to St. Joseph the Worker, which strikes me as a violation of our let us say, religious form of government. And now she says she got support from 60 religious leaders, all Catholic, by the way, Sisters of Notre Dame. Now, let me ask you something. What if someone got up there and they said that they're Jewish and they support Israel, and they got letters from 60 rabbis supporting the state of Israel's new settlement plan? You think that some of the vermin in the fifth column would scream foul ball about the support by rabbis and the implication that religious leaders are supporting some kind of political activity? Or suppose, let us say, one of our Muslim friends got up and said they had a letter from 60 imams supporting the rights of Palestinians to conduct suicide bombings. I think there'd be quite an outcry amongst the right-wing blogosphere, don't you? I think that certain individuals on various news channels would go into overdrive if 60 imams were quoted as supporting violence, right? Well, let's say they don't support violence, but they support something. Let's put violence out of it to make it equal, apples to apples. So 60, let us say, Muslim imams are said to support, let us say, footbaths in airports across America. You'd say, well, what the hell? We don't want to hear that. We're not a religious nation. We don't live in a theocracy. We have a separation of church and state, we would hear. So where does Nancy Pelosi have the gall, the audacity, to come out and say she prays to a Catholic saint, number one, and then number two says that she got 60 Catholic Sisters of Notre Dame orders, 60 leaders wrote her a letter saying they want socialized medicine. Well, they all want socialized medicine. They also all want illegal aliens to become citizens so they can fill up the pews. You want me to go on record with that again? I'll say it again. I got in trouble with the great Catholic community in America. It didn't matter that I supported them through all the years that they were picked on by the people who were suing them for molestation. The day I dared say that Catholic organizations that support illegal aliens are off base, that they have no right tampering with the legal system, even Mr. Donahue of the Catholic League, he got his collar twisted around. He came attacking me. They all attacked me. Well, you know what? Truth has a price, my friends, and I don't have friends on the right or on the left. My only friends, my friends, are you. I have no friends on the right, no friends on the left. I have only listeners, some of whom might be my friends. I don't care who I offend. There is no excuse for the Catholic Church to involve itself in political affairs in this country. It offends me. Chicago, Scott, you're on the Savage Nation.
Yes, Mike, I finally figured out why these conservatives don't give you any time of day and why they don't want to give you, or agree with you in some way. And that's because, obviously, you have a command of the facts on most of these issues, okay? And obviously, you're number 2 or 3 in the country, so they don't want to put any spotlight on you as far as your popularity.
Right, that's right. I'm going to give you a little secret that you don't know about. Yesterday, I invited a certain gentleman from Fox News on my show who I like for something he did with Obama yesterday. He will remain unnamed. He said he'd love to come on, and then he emailed back, and his flack said PR won't let him come on this show. So when I say that Fox News has banished Michael Savage, what does that say about Fox News?
Well, you're right. Take O'Reilly. This is a perfect example. When Obama's out there trying to beguile the public because they got their heads in the sand about how insurance companies are canceling policies, first of all, I know this for a fact. I've been in the business 27 years. Insurance companies don't cancel policies when people get sick. They have what they call a rescission. And that means
they're not allowed to cancel policies once you get sick. You can't cancel a policy on someone the minute they get sick. It's illegal.
They can't. It's called a rescission and all that.
Of course not. However, they can cancel a policy if you signed up and didn't say to them that you had a pre-existing condition. That's a little different. That's called thievery, isn't it? On the part of the person who signed it up without disclosing it, let's say that they had a heart condition.
Whereas I would buy it when they get a heart condition, then they buy it. So they have to do that or they go out of business. You know what? They have a risk pool, except for Nevada, where Harry Reid's from, where there is no risk pool. Like, take Illinois, right? If you're stupid enough not to buy health insurance and then you get sick, okay, they still have an escape route for you. You can buy it through the state. It's a little more expensive than regular insurance. They have that.
But
however,
Scott, listen to me. This is a Pelosi scheme that supersedes the word Ponzi scheme. Do you agree with me? Taxing people for 6 years and giving them nothing, and then saying we're going to give it 6-8 years from now?
Mike, I'm a topic source for the Wall Street Journal on health insurance. I know this stuff inside out. First of all...
Wait, hold on, Scott. You said you're a what for Wall Street Journal?
No, a topic source for the Wall Street Journal. I was in Congressman Hastert's office.
You're saying that they come to you for information on it?
Yes, because I have advanced experience in it.
Okay. So let me ask you something that no one's answered yet, Scott. I asked the Congresswoman yesterday, who is going to underwrite all of these new policies? Who are the healthcare insurance companies that are going to underwrite these?
Well, what's going to happen is they're going to eventually have to go out of business because if you take states like Oregon, right, who tried this nonsense, all the carriers left. They can't. What will happen is the stocks are going up.
All right, but who is going to underwrite it? Let's say they're going to drive free market insurance companies out of business. Who is going to come into the business and underwrite these policies?
No, and what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen, Mike. This is why the stocks of the insurance companies are going up because Humana and United Healthcare to say, hey, we can't afford all this. Why don't we just administer it for you, and you pay us 5%? So, because that's what they're good at.
So you're saying that the government's going to become the insurer per se?
In a way. In other words, the insurance companies are going to administer it. They're not going to have any skin on the game.
But who is going to have the skin in the game? Who's going to actually have to pay for the costs?
The government.
Oh, you mean the taxpayer is going to have to pay for the illegal alien's heart transplant, in other words?
Well, it's funny you said the illegal alien, because they said if you don't buy insurance, they're going to fine you $325. Health insurance is going to cost an individual probably $200 or more a month because they're adding on all these other medical things, mental health disorders, preventative care. So anyway, they'll pay, even if they pay the $325, they're still going to be without insurance. So we're still going to pay for them. What are we going to say? We're not going to take them to go to an emergency.
You mean the illegal alien who's going to get the insurance, correct?
Farm who doesn't want to buy it.
Yes.
What's going to happen is...
I hear you. I understand. It's all it's not arcane to me, but the average listener is probably going to sleep listening to all of this. At the end of the day, though, I have one question again, Scott. Yesterday, I made a supposition that a crony of Obama or Pelosi could set up an insurance company and get into this game and make a fortune with the government actually underwriting it and them sort of being the front men. Is that possible under this plan?
That's what it's looking like. That's why the stocks are going up in these insurance companies. You follow the money like.
So what if I created the Savage Nation Health Insurance Company, and let's say this administration was favorable to me, which they are not. It looked upon me favorably. They say, sure, Mike, we'll let you underwrite 10 million people. If they want to join the Savage Nation Health Insurance Plan, we'll underwrite it with tax money, but you can take 5% off the top. Could they do that with Jesse Jackson Insurance Company? Could they do that with an Al Sharpton Health Insurance Company?
That's what they're going to have to do, Mike, because no insurance company could sit there and...
All right, so Michael Savage turned the safe and broke the code. I just opened it up. I'm the best safe cracker in the United States of America when it comes to figuring out what the hell they're really doing. I am telling you as I sit here, more fortunes are going to be made under this plan than imaginable, and it's all going to be cronies of Obama and the Pelosi clan. That's who is going to open up these insurance companies.
Well, Caterpillar today said it's going to cost them $100 million the first year. It's going to put more.
But what I'm saying is, who's going to make the money? The middleman is going to make the money, including people who are not yet even in the insurance business. People have been rushing probably to set up health insurance businesses because they know they're going to get the business through Obama and Pelosi, correct?
In a direct way, Mike, because insurance companies cannot, like you said, it's like buying fire insurance after the house burns down, right?
Yes, that's right.
Done. And every time it's been practiced, it doesn't work. Okay, you can't enforce people to buy it, even the people that don't.
But what about in Massachusetts on the Romney Care? Who's underwriting that insurance?
That's kind of a mess. Even he admits it's not working out. It's very expensive. Same thing with New Jersey. For a family, it's about $1,800 a month because there are big misnomers, associations.
Yeah. Well, I would say that over the next year, in the year 2011, people are going to get one shock after another from this imposter in the White House, this scam artist who cannot answer a question when he's not in front of a teleprompter, where he even says the recent earthquake in Hawaii got so mixed up. He said that it pays for the earthquake in Hawaii. Did you hear that? I don't think he knows what he's talking about, frankly.
Well,
I think he's a pure phony. I think he's got a booming voice because his father's genes are so good, but he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That's my opinion. I'll be right back.